Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. I am really happy to be here today participating in the Scrapbook Nerd Stash Busting Online Crop. If you do not know about this, head on over to the Facebook group Scrapbook Nerd Friends Group, and I'll put a link to that in the description box below. There are challenges, prizes, Facebook Lives, links to process videos, and more. I'm going to be doing 3 videos this weekend, and in this first one, I'm going to be creating a kit from my stash. This is what I'm going to be using. I have a pile of leftovers from Vicki Boutin's Let's Wander collection, which I absolutely love, but she's got a new collection coming on its way, actually, and it's called Storyteller, so I want to make room for that. I'm also going to issue you a recipe challenge as well in this video. In video 2, I'm going to do a layout process video, and in the last video, it's going to be a layout share. And I'll post the times to those videos in the description box below. So here's my challenge to you. I want you to create a kit from your stash and then create a layout with it. Now you have to take a picture of your kit as well as your layout and post it on our Facebook page. And here's the recipe for your kit. You should pick out 2 to 3 printed papers. Add 1 to 2 colors of cardstock. Add some alphabet stickers. Now you need embellishments. That can include stickers, chipboard, ephemera. One of them or all 3. And then you need something small like enamel dots or sequins. But most importantly, what I want you to do is base this kit on material that's in your stash that you're kind of tired of seeing. And the idea is to take this material, pimp it up a bit, and make you excited about using it. So here's how I do this, or one of the ways I do this. I take the paper right now and I've got it all laid out. I put the scraps on the side, I will use them, and I laid out all the paper so I could see what I have. Now I'm flipping the paper and putting the side that inspires me most side up. Now what I'm going to do is, I find this really overwhelming, so I'm going to break it down into 2 smaller kits. And I start this by picking out my favorite paper, which is that burst paper. And now I'm going to select 2 other printed papers to go with it. I'm going to toss the others aside, and I'm just going to work on this mini kit. I always use white cardstock, so I'm going to add a piece of white cardstock to it, and already it feels better. It's more restful to my eye and less overwhelming. I'm just going to toss that paper pack to the side and work on the second paper pack, and then I'll get back to that first kit in a minute. All I have left are 2 printed papers, so I need something to go with it. Obviously, the papers that are left here are the ones that I would gravitate towards less. I use the other papers in the collection first, I guess. Anyway, my least favorite are here. Let's just be straight. So what I'm trying to do is make this more exciting for me. I added blue and white cardstock to it. Already I like it better. The vellum, I'm thinking, can work for both kits, and what I did there was pull out the scraps, and I'm adding the scraps to each page kit. For example, the burst went to the burst kit and the stars went to the stars kit. Now what I'm going to do is work on this first paper pack. It's my first page kit. I start by adding alphabets. I always start with alphabets and often journaling bits, but the journaling is going to kind of go with the ephemera. You'll see that later on, but if you don't have that, you could add maybe some journaling boxes here. Now I'm showing you the stickers. All of this goes with the collection, so it's not too bad here. I've got stickers and chipboard. I'm putting that in the kit. But I do want to reduce my choices, so I have ephemera and cut-aparts. That's what you're going to see in a minute. These are cut-apart sheets. I've used them for previous layouts, but this is what I have left over. It's one of those sheets of paper that you can cut up. So I'm just simply selecting a few according to color. Now when I look at the color scheme in this little mini kit, I'm thinking aqua, pink, orange. So that's what I'm going for in these cut-apart sheets, as well as the ephemera. If I put all the ephemera out, it's going to be overwhelming. I'm trying to reduce my choices, basically. So I went through the ephemera and I picked out all the pieces that had aqua, orange, and pink. So suddenly I don't have this big pile of scraps on my desk. I have a nice select paper pack, and I have narrowed down my choices of embellishments. For the something small for the recipe, I'm adding sequins from my stash. So I'm going to toss all of this aside and I'm going to work on the second little page pack. Each one of these I figure can work for about a double page spread, maybe a bit more, but I'm counting on 2 pages. So here I have my paper. I'm much happier with that. It's much more restful to my eye, and I'm doing the very same thing. I'm adding these alphabets. Now these go with the collection. If I didn't have the alphas that went with the collection, I'd probably go in my stash and find something navy blue. Again, I added the stickers and the chipboard. And now what I'm doing is narrowing down the choice, because in this case I can with these cut aparts as well as the ephemera. So I'm going through these cut aparts and I'm picking out anything. In this case the colors are more strong. That's what I'm looking for. And then I will do the same with the ephemera pieces. By narrowing down my choices, it makes these kits much more attractive to me. I was just overwhelmed before. So the cardstock really helped, as well as narrowing down my choices where I could, like with these ephemera and cut apart sheets. I'm also going to add in that piece of vellum as well. I think I'll probably be using that with both of the kits because it seems to go with both of them. And like the other kit, I'm adding something small, but in this case it's simply some enamel dots from my stash because they have stronger colors. So there is my entire kit. What I basically did was took a pile of leftovers and I organized it in a way that made me more excited about using it. I divided it down into 2 smaller kits. That's what you see on the screen. I added some plain cardstock, which really helped for me anyway. It made it more easy to look at and more approachable, less overwhelming. I also narrowed down the choices where I could. In this case, I narrowed down the ephemera pieces as well as the cut apart sheets. And now I have a nice kit, a nice organized kit, 2 mini kits to work with. So my challenge to you is to create your own mini kit. You don't have to do it as big as me. Follow the recipe, which should give you about the amount of material for one of those 2 kits, and create something with it. I will be posting another video with a layout process video, and I will put the time for that video in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching and have fun this weekend. Bye-bye.